If you ask anyone working in production in the manufacturing sector about how do they monitor their production processes, the most likely answer would be using CP, CPK, or maybe using PP, PPK. These four indices are very powerful statistical tools, but only if you use them correctly and know the math behind them. Hi, my name is 𝐒𝐚𝐻𝐿, and in this video, I am going to talk to you about CP, CPK, PP, PPK and how to use them correctly without going into the calculations, because there are many resources which you can use to learn about how to calculate them. These four indices are collectively called capability indices. By process capability, we mean how well the process can deliver a product which meets its specifications. They need four measurements: the upper specification limit, the lower specification limit, the average or the mean of a sample, and the standard deviation. To find out these four measurements, we need to sample products from a production lot. Let's take an example of a mobile phone. Now the length of this phone is specified to be 10 centimeter and the tolerance limit is 9.98 to 10.02 centimeter. Let's calculate the CP value. Let's take 40 samples from a production lot and then measure the length. Now the CP value can be found out by calculating the average as well as the standard deviation. If the CP value is found to be more than 1, that means the process is capable. That means most of the phones will be within the tolerance limit. But if the CP value is less than 1, that means there is a high chance that many phones will be out of the tolerance limit. But the CP value does not care about the centering of the process. We do not know whether the phones that we have sampled are close to the average value. So only using CP will be deceptive. We should also use another index that is called a CPK. CPK gives a measurement of the centering of the process. So high CPK means the process is well centered. That means most of the phones will be near the average value. But if a low CPK means that the process is not well centered and there is a shift in the process. Now if both CP and CPK are high and they are close to each other, the process is both centered as well as capable. But if the CPK is low, then the CP, that means while the process is capable, it is not a well-centered process. The CP and CPK, they are called the short-term or potential capability indices, while PP and PPK are called the long-term or real-time capability indices. If we select 40 samples out of a production lot, by selecting 5 samples every hour, they continue for 8 hours, we must use CP and CPK. But if you select 40 samples out of total production lot at the same time, then we use PP and PPK. If you find that the CP is more than the PP value, that means that in the short term, the process is capable, but on a longer real-time basis, the process is not so capable. Now to conclude, let's ask the questions. Should we be using both PP, PPK and CPK? The answer will be yes, because together they will give both the potential as well as real capability of the process. Now which of these are more important? Being the real-time capability indices, regulators and customers would be more interested in the PP and PPK values, while CP and CPK would help you to improve the process as we go along the production. I hope you like this video. If you found this useful, please like, comment and share it in your network, and see you in the next video.